Yeah, total promotion.
How are you? Good. You look like you recovered.
If you didn't hear me earlier, please put your phones on silent and vibrate. We'll be live streaming.
Yeah, no, we appreciate that.
Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of good. Great event here.
Yeah.
Main team right here. All right, I'll talk to you. Are they coming in from the hall there? No?
They stay in the hallway.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. We're going to get started. I know we have a lot of our awardees in the hall because we don't have so much room in the room here. I'd like to thank the family members and friends of those being promoted and recognized today for coming out to join us. We have a number of our retired officers that are here today, too. I'd like to welcome them back. And this morning we also have a special guest. We have our county executive, Sarah Murata. If you'd like to make some remarks.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Superintendent Kearns, for inviting me to be with you this morning for this very special occasion. I'm honored to celebrate the retirement of Inspector Pierce and 4 very well-earned promotions. And thank you all who are in uniform for your service to this county and making sure that you are protecting and serving the residents throughout our region. It's been just a few short days in office for me, but it's been quite eventful for sure. And over the course of just a week and a half, I've gotten a small glimpse of so much that the Allegheny County Police Department does. And I have to say, I am thoroughly impressed and extremely grateful. So thank you all for your work and your commitment to public service. I look forward to our close working relationship, Superintendent Kearns, to make sure that you and your team have the resources that you need to be successful and to continue to keep the residents of Allegheny County safe. Thank you all and welcome.
I should have pointed out first, we're going to live stream this on Facebook, on our Facebook page, and also be posted later so you can watch the playback if anybody wants to see themselves on the internet. And as far as the little one, we don't mind if he's making some noise. It's a family event. We'll work past that. I want to start off recognizing the guy that made this all happen today by leaving. Inspector Mike Pierce, come on up. Inspector Pierce joined the Allegheny County Police in July 2001. He had previously worked for the Lincoln Borough, Glassport Borough, and City of Pittsburgh police departments before joining us. Mike worked as a patrol officer at District 2 before quickly being assigned to general investigations. Mike then moved to homicide, where he also took on the additional duties as a collision reconstructionist. Mike was promoted to sergeant, where he served at District 1, as well as general investigations and jail internal affairs. Mike was promoted to lieutenant and remained in jail internal affairs until he was promoted to inspector for our investigations division. While running our detective division, Mike somehow also found time to write grants for our violent crimes firing unit, as well as the medical examiners and district attorney's office. Mike is leaving us, but he's taking on a much bigger and more important job, raising his 2 young sons. So we're thankful for the time Mike has spent with us, and we wish him best in retirement.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your service.
Mike, you want to say anything?
I began my municipal police career 27 years ago. As a rookie, I quickly learned of the resources available to me, specifically the support provided by the Allegheny County Police Department. During those first few years, I had occasions where I would call upon county police officers, county police detectives, and they would come and provide assistance. I remember the professionalism shown by the detectives and the officers, the empathy they displayed for victims and their families, their attention to detail, and the courtesy they showed to me by providing me with updates about their progress. They calmly provided relief to any stressful situation I would encounter. A few years later, I was offered a job with the department, and I transferred into the detective division in very short order. There, I had the great pleasure of working alongside some of those same men and women. Among them were teachers and leaders who provided me with the guidance and support I needed to help me along my path. It wasn't always easy, and I learned some lessons the hard way. There were bad days. Some of the most helpful lessons I learned were go where you're needed, do more than what is required of you, make the effort to help your coworkers, be persistent, stay positive, fight against your own cynicism, try to do things right the first time, don't let anyone rush you, and always commit yourself to constant improvement. My former coworkers and mentors had a deep passion for seeking the truth. They cared about one another, they epitomized teamwork, and they always did the right thing. Some of them became supervisors, some of them did not, but they were all leaders nonetheless. Today, I am extremely proud to have served as your inspector, as I have personally witnessed in each of you the same qualities and professionalism held by the men and women who came before you. Those who will receive recognition and promotion today are only but a few examples of this. I am very grateful for every moment of this fantastic journey. I thank you all. I wish you all great success in the future, and you will always be in my prayers. Thank you.
Mike was sandbagging me. He said he doesn't do public speaking. We're going to start off this morning by promoting 4 very deserving people into new leadership roles. We're going to start off with Jason Binder, who's being promoted to inspector. Jason? Jason joined our department in December 2002. He has worked as a patrol officer in Districts 1 and 2. He also worked as a detective in narcotics and general investigations. He was promoted to sergeant and worked at District 1 before returning to narcotics as a supervisor. When he was promoted to lieutenant, he was placed in charge of our general investigation section. We believe Jason's extensive investigative experience will serve him well in running the investigations division. Jason, ready for the oath?
Yes.
I state your name.
I, Jason Binder,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the Constitution and the laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the laws and ordinances of Allegheny County,
the laws and ordinances of Allegheny County,
and obey all lawful orders issued by my superior officers,
and obey all lawful orders issued to me by my superior officers,
and all the rules and regulations pertaining to the police department.
and all the rules and regulations pertaining to the police department.
And I will discharge the duties of inspector with fidelity.
And I will discharge the duties of inspector with fidelity.
I will uphold, obey, and enforce the law
I will uphold, obey, and enforce the law
without consideration to a person's race,
without consideration to a person's race,
color, sex, religious creed,
color, sex, or religious creed,
sexual orientation, age, national origin,
sexual orientation, age, or national origin,
ancestry, handicap, or disability.
ancestry, handicap, or disability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Turn around so you can face the camera there. Next, we're promoting Edward Altmeyer to the rank of lieutenant. Come on up, Ed. Ed joined the department in January 2009. He worked as a patrol officer at District 1. After being promoted to sergeant, he worked at District 1 and District 3. Last year, he did a good job for us when we pressed him in the service as supervisor of our downtown detail. Ed has been a longtime member of the SWAT team and will continue in that role as a team leader. Ed will be commanding officer of District 3 in North Park. Ed, you ready for the oath there? I state your name.
I, Edward Altmeyer,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the Constitution and laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the laws and ordinances of Allegheny County,
laws and ordinances of Allegheny County,
and obey all lawful orders issued by my superior officers,
and obey all lawful orders issued by my superior officers,
and all the rules and regulations of the police department,
and all the rules and regulations of the police department,
and I will discharge the duties of lieutenant with fidelity.
and I will discharge the duties of lieutenant with fidelity.
I will uphold, obey, and enforce the law
I will uphold, obey, and enforce the law
without consideration to a person's race,
without consideration for a person's race,
color, sex, religious creed,
color, sex, religious creed,
sexual orientation, age, or national origin,
sexual orientation, age, or national origin,
ancestry, handicap, or disability.
ancestry, handicap, or disability.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we're promoting two to sergeant, Richard Painter and Joseph Gordon. Rich and Joe, you want to come up? Rich joined the department in July 2001. He's worked at District 1 and is a longtime member of our EOD unit. Rich is unusual in that most people with his amount of job time don't pursue first-line supervision, but we're thankful that someone of his experience is willing to jump in. Rich will be assigned as a ship supervisor at District 2 in South Park. He will also serve as a team leader with the EOD unit. Joe Gordon joined the department in July 2012. Joe has worked at District 1 and as a detective in the General Investigation Section. He's also a member of the SWAT team. Joe will be assigned as a ship supervisor at District 3 in North Park. You guys ready for the oath? I state your name.
I, Joseph Gordon,
Do solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear that I will support, defend the Constitution of the United States
and the laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania
and the laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania
and the laws and ordinances of Allegheny County,
and the laws and ordinances of Allegheny County,
and obey all lawful orders issued by my superior officers
and obey all lawful orders issued by my superior officers
and the rules and regulations of the police department.
and the rules and regulations of the police department.
And I will discharge the duties of sergeant with fidelity.
And I will discharge the duties of sergeant with fidelity.
I will uphold, obey, and enforce the law
I will uphold, obey, and enforce the law
without consideration to a person's race,
without consideration of a person's race,
color, sex, religious creed,
color, sex, religious creed,
sexual orientation, age, national origin,
sexual orientation, age, national origin,
ancestry, handicap, or disability.
ancestry, handicap, or disability.
Congratulations, gentlemen. We'll start with Rich first. You have somebody right from the back?
I knew I should have brought my glasses.
Joe, you have somebody want to pin on?
Yeah, my wife.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Thanks, sir.
Now we're going to move on to letters of recognition. We're going to start with Patrol Officer Scott Moffett. Scott's ill today, so he could not make it. But on September 12th, 2023, Officer Scott Moffett was dispatched to the Delta Airlines baggage claim office for an elderly woman who believed someone had stolen her money and passport. Officer Moffett showed patience and kindness in assisting the woman and ultimately located the missing items in her luggage. The next day, she sent us an email praising Officer Moffett as pleasant, patient, and tremendously helpful. She described him as an angel without wings and asked that he be recognized. So today we join her in recognizing Officer Moffett. Next we have Officer Mark Prichnitsky. While assigned to the public arrivals curb of Pittsburgh International Airport, Officer Prichnitsky encountered a family struggling to install a car seat in their vehicle for their grandchild. Officer Prichnitsky made the extra effort to assist these passengers in installing the car seat, ensuring they were able to depart safely from the airport. The grandfather sent us an email regarding this incident, and he said Officer Prichnitsky reminded him of the neighborhood beat officers of the past who were willing to both serve and protect. Your professionalism, kindness left a positive impact on this family, and your actions do not go unnoticed. These interactions provide a positive impact on our community and reflects well upon the Allegheny County Police. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere there, you got another one coming. Patrol Officer Daniel Morrow. Officer Morrow was assigned to District 1. Throughout 2023, Officer Morrow showed constant dedication to the mission and values of this department. His proactivity led to 19 arrests, including arrests for firearms and controlled substances. Officer Morrow also volunteered to work Sailor's Cabin Pool for the summer. Dan, you made it clear you take pride in your work, and your commitment to serve the community reflects well upon you in the department. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
You can say hello back.
Thank
too.
you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Officer Dakota Harbison. Officer Harbison is also assigned to District 1. Officer Harbison showed a constant dedication to the mission values of this department. Throughout 2023, you continued to produce at a high level, including 128 traffic stops and 14 arrests. These include arrests for firearms and theft. You made it clear that you can be relied upon, and your commitment to serve the community reflects well upon you in the Allegheny County Police Department. Dakota, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Don't go nowhere. All right. Officers Dakota Harbison, Daniel Grossman, and Derek Rothy. These officers assisted in the investigation of a series of thefts. During the investigation, they located the suspect's vehicle in Robinson Township. Through their investigative efforts, they were able to identify the occupants of the vehicle. These swift actions played a key role in filing criminal charges in connection with multiple theft cases, both in Allegheny County and surrounding states. Your dedication in this incident highlights the mission and values of the Allegheny County Police Department, and for that, you're being recognized. Okay, Detective Nick Yakovic, Patrol Officers Dakota Harbison, and Officer Matthew Williamson. Matthew's not able to make it today. On July 31st, 2023, these officers were dispatched for a female victim whose wallet was stolen in the airside terminal of the airport. They worked together to quickly identify and take a suspect into custody, and they were able to obtain a confession from the actor during an interview. The next day, they went above and beyond by working with their fellow officers in airport operations to enter the automated trash compactor, sorted through the trash, and recovered the victim's stolen wallet. Your dedication in bringing this case to a timely resolution brings great credit to the Allegheny County Police Department, and for that you're commended. Their supervisors include some pictures of them in the trash compactor, too. Detectives Jeffrey Smartcheck and Robert Roth. On July 7th, 2023, these detectives responded to an armed robbery at a convenience store in Westview. They conducted numerous interviews, did an exhaustive video canvass, and utilized every available resource to identify the vehicle involved. These efforts allowed them to identify and ultimately charge a suspect, and the information they uncovered led to the suspect being charged with multiple armed robberies in the region. Your dedication to protect the community is a reflection of the mission and values of the police department, and for that you're being recognized. Congratulations.
Westview's my old stomping grounds. Thank you.
Okay, Detectives Jeffrey Smartcheck and Nelson Kirksey. On December 22nd, 2023, these detectives were assigned to investigate a burglary at a Braddock Hills business. During the investigation, they learned the suspect had used a stolen car from a City of Pittsburgh business in commission of the burglary. Through their investigation, they were able to locate the stolen vehicle and thousands of dollars worth of stolen equipment and tools which belonged to the business owner. They then went out of their way to make sure those items were returned to the business in a timely manner. The owner of the business sent us a lengthy email, and he probably went into more detail than we usually get of somebody singing praises. But he went out of his way to praise the detectives' investigative work and the professional way in which they handle themselves. He referred to the quick recovery of the tools as a Christmas miracle. Your efforts mirror the mission and values of the Allegheny County Police Department and provide a positive image with the impact of the work we have on our community. Thank you.
Thank you again. Thank you, sir.
Detectives Nicole DePauli and Kevin McHugh. On November 15, 2023, these detectives were assigned to investigate a homicide in Munhall involving a male shot inside an apartment. Despite being given multiple evasive stories and inaccurate information, they remained vigilant in their investigation. Ultimately, through their efforts and their interviews, they were able to identify a suspect and obtain an arrest warrant the same day. The urgency with which you worked the case brings great credit to you and the Allegheny County Police Department, and for that, you are being recognized today. Thank you.
Where you going?
Don't be camera shy. Detectives Jason Michelonis and Timothy Kintai. Okay, neither one of them are available today, but on November 6, 2023, Stowe Township Police requested the assistance of the Allegheny County Police Department's General Investigations Unit for an 11-year-old female who was last seen at 7 a.m. Despite multiple efforts to locate the missing child, she remained missing for more than 16 hours. At approximately 11 p.m., Detectives Michelonis and Kintai were both working in undercover capacity on unrelated detail and observed the missing child on the sidewalk in downtown Pittsburgh. They were aware of what General Investigations had been working on that day. They took immediate action and were able to safely take custody of the child and escort her back to the headquarters to get her the help that she needed. Their actions saved this child from potential serious harm, and those efforts did not go unnoticed. Their dedication is a great reflection upon them and our department. We'll give them a round of applause in case they watch later. Okay, we're going to move on to commendations. Patrol Officers John Roach and Christopher Jenkins. On July 24, 2023, Officers John Roach and Christopher Jenkins responded to the Sunoco gas station at Pittsburgh International Airport for a report of a suspicious male attempting to enter an occupied vehicle. Upon arrival, they identified the male and were able to detain him. The male was found to be armed with a firearm that he had stolen from a vehicle in the airport parking lot. He was also found to be wanted on theft charges. Their quick actions are a service to the community and a credit to them and the Allegheny County Police Department, and for that, they are commended today. Detectives Brian Allen and Brandon Ford. On December 18, 2023, Detectives Allen and Ford were operating an unmarked police vehicle in Mount Oliver as part of an ongoing investigation into a string of armed robberies. They were notified of another armed robbery nearby and immediately responded to the area where the incident took place. While canvassing in the area, they saw the individuals matching the description of suspects and pursued them. Their efforts led to an arrest, a recovered firearm, and fewer people being victimized by this group. Your sense of urgency in the situation reflects your dedication to serve the community, and for that, you're being commended today.
Congratulations.
Okay. Detectives Christian Setra, Jeff Smarchek, Jason Costanza, and Robert Roth. On August 24, 2023, Detectives Setra, Smarchek, Costanza, and Roth responded to Stowe Township for a male shot in the shoulder. They worked diligently to process the scene and the stolen vehicle that was involved in the shooting. Through the investigation, they were able to link numerous suspects to the stolen vehicle, the shooting, thefts, access device fraud throughout the county, a gun store burglary, and eventually a fatal shooting. Their commitment and dedication in this case brought great credit to themselves and the Allegheny County Police Department, and for that, we're commending them today. Officer Sean Hoover. Now Detective Sean Hoover. Detective Hoover's work ethic and attention to detail played a vital role in arresting 2 Chilean nationals operating in our region as part of a South American theft group. By utilizing the resources available to him, he was able to connect those 2 individuals to 6 thefts from motor vehicle cases locally and helped solve cases in Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, and California. Officer Hoover's professionalism and determination are well aligned with this mission and values of the police department, and for that he's commended today.
Sean, congratulations, buddy.
Detective Nicole Grimm. Since joining the crisis negotiation team in 2020, her unwavering commitment and skills were pivotal in diffusing multiple highly volatile situations. On April 14, 2023, Detective Grimm was able to facilitate the safe extraction of a barricaded male from a residence in Wilkins Township. On May 22, 2023, Detective Grimm engaged with a highly intoxicated suicidal female in Penn Hills and enabled a peaceful resolution that ensured her safety. On October 8, 2023, Detective Grimm was able to persuade a suicidal male to exit his barricaded bedroom. In all these instances, your expertise and compassion brought great credit to yourself and the Allegheny County Police Department, and for that you're being commended today.
Thank you, sir.
Officer Mark Porchniski, come on back up, Mark. On September 9, 2023, Officer Porchniski was dispatching to the ticketing level of Pittsburgh International Airport for a report of a man having a heart attack. Upon arrival, he discovered a man unresponsive and laying on the floor. Officer Porchniski quickly aided the man by utilizing AED and performing CPR until the man was conscious and alert. Your efforts reflect well upon yourself and the police department, and for that you're commended today.
Congratulations.
Okay. Officer Andrew Wazalewski. On December 12, 2023, Officer Wazalewski responded to a woman in medical distress at Pittsburgh International Airport. The female patient was conscious upon arrival, but lost consciousness shortly afterwards and stopped breathing. Officer Wazalewski quickly took life-saving measures, including performing CPR. Your actions did not go unnoticed and reflect well upon yourself and the police department, and for that you're commended today, Andrew.
Sorry. Congratulations.
That concludes our ceremony today. Once again, I want to thank the family and friends for coming out. I want to thank our retirees for coming back to support the officers that are still working here. You're more than welcome to stay and take some pictures using the podium, the backdrop, and everybody have a nice day. Thank you very much.